Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, and that means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, and I sell them online for a profit. Usually, I show you every day what sold, and I do a ship with me video. Well, yesterday nothing sold. So today I thought I would show you my reselling space. I work out of my garage, and I have some shelves with some inventory. I thought I would show you how I organize my inventory and just what my space looks like. I will be honest, I cleaned up. I didn't clean up for the video. I just cleaned up yesterday. It was part of I needed to. It was a mess. But usually it's a lot messier than this. So just trying to be real here. So I'm gonna flip you around and show you. So this is what the majority of my space looks like. Our garage has 2 bays and I take up 1/2 of it basically. A little less than we've pushed in on the side. So you can kind of see I'm not quite, just a little past halfway on the garage door there. So to start here, I have a stack of bins that are all inventory that needs to be photographed. Now this looks terrible, but it's actually not. One is shirts. This is for a video I have coming up that I have separated out. There's only like 20 items in that. And this I'm actually listing on Facebook Marketplace. It's a bunch of vintage sweaters that I had in my inventory that I took out, but it is full. This is a bin of shirts that I will send to a teenager. I have a high schooler and my daughter are both taking pictures for me now. These jackets I got in a recent bins haul and I am actually going to keep them for my kids. Now here is the start of my inventory storage. This is actually the middle of my inventory storage. I have 4 separate shelves. And I just have everything in bags with an inventory number, and they are all in numerical order. And each of my numbers is on my spreadsheet, which I just use Vendu right now for my spreadsheet. So there's a SKU, there's an area, I'm not saying this correctly. I'm not saying this eloquently. There's an area in Vendu where you can put a SKU number. I just put the SKU number that corresponds to the item in that SKU, and then when I sell it, I can go find it. This is a lamp that we actually had in our house that I took out. I use it for my videos. I also use it for taking pictures. This is a garage light, I think is what it's called. I have 2 of them, I'll show you, but they actually, like, these little things move. They don't go up. I wish they went up so that I could put more light in one area, if that makes sense. All right, so I have a desk area here, and on the side of the desk area is where I keep some storage things. So here I have all my envelopes. This is priority envelopes here. I have a garbage bag just on a little hook that's screwed into my shelf. And then these are paper bags that I use to stuff mostly shoe boxes with. And then I also have recycled air bubbles and air pockets, just all kind of little random things if I happen to sell something breakable, which is uncommon because I mostly sell clothes. These are more items that need to be photographed. One of my daughters takes pictures of pants for me, so I have just a bin of pants that she takes from when she photographs. This is kind of mine, so it's kind of just random things that either I think one of the teenagers would be hard, it would be difficult for one of the teenagers to photograph, or like all my flat lace stuff is on there. So shoes, belts, bras, things like that. This is my desk area. This is kind of a recycled desk. My husband actually built a stand for it so that it can be higher. Honestly, it's a little bit too high, but don't tell him that. I have these little drawers that have, I'm not gonna be able to do this with one hand. These are dryer sheets for smelly things. wipes to wipe things off. These are my sweater shavers. I usually make sure at least one is charged. Right now they're both charged. I also have plastic bags for my trash bag right there. And then Post-it notes, and these are priority mail stickers that I used for like extra adhesiveness. I have a tape thing right here. I actually use silent tape because I hate the noise that packing tape makes. I have a little cup here that a friend gave me, and it just makes me think of her. And it has my scissors and pens in it. I actually had so many pens in here yesterday, and it seems that my children have taken them all. I just put some nails in the sides of my shelves here to hold my lint roller, extra priority stickers that again I use for extra adhesiveness. These are my poly mailers. These are 9x13. I just buy them off of Amazon. And these are also 9x13. These are eBay branded, and I got them with my store shipping coupon. I always store supply shipping coupon. Anyway, these are just thank you stickers that again I also get off of Amazon. I store my tissue paper right here, just in a big stack. It often gets wrinkly, but I don't really think that matters because I think it gets wrinkly anyway. This is a jacket that I'm trying to decide what to do with. These are a pair of pants that I got home and realized they have a, what is it called? A security tag attached. So I got to figure out what to do about that because I don't have a magnet. I know you can buy a magnet, but I don't really want to mess with that. I'm sorry. I am probably all over the place and making you seasick. I hope not. Water for hydration. Super important. This is where I put you for my, for my videos. That is just ignore the rest of my garage. It's a mess. This is a light that I never use. This light I do use a lot. Again, it is a garage light, I think is what they called it. Anyway, on this side, I also have some extra things for shipping. So here I have eBay boxes. They're 4x6x8. And again, I get these with my shipping supply coupon for having a store. Yep. I store recycled poly mailers down here. And then way down here, I have the priority mail boxes. So I have about 5 of each until I run out, and then I get 5 more. But they're 1092s, 1097s, which are both rectangle like shirt boxes and sweater boxes. And then I have the shoe boxes here. My mail carrier gave me a stack of these. And so I use those to put, my packages in, and I put them on my front porch when my mail carrier comes to pick them up. These are boxes that I started to use and then didn't, or like this one was a return, I think, and I just need to use it. Here is more inventory. Again, everything is just done numerically. And these are not quite finished. I think I have like 2 items in this box, but I'm almost full. So I actually had to condense last night just a little bit. I just did a little section, but I did want to tell you something about this. So these boxes are 24 by 12 by 8, I think. And these bags are 15 by 12. And they're really just about perfect to fit in here. I bought these in packages of 25, I think. And I got everything full except this top shelf. And I had space for 4 more boxes. And I was like, I do not want to spend the money for 4 more boxes. But I remembered that I have a friend who works in a warehouse, and she actually gave me boxes. They're obviously a different size. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell they're a little bit wider. They're definitely taller, and they're shorter lengthwise by like 3 inches, not anything major. But she just gave them to me. It's wonderful. I was very, very thankful. So you know what? If you know someone who might work in a warehouse or have you know, maybe a stalker at Walmart or something, you might be able to find boxes for free. That would be totally worth it. This is my pile of my bag of bags. Definitely live in the Midwest with a bag of bags. I have lots of those. This is my IKEA bags that I use for thrifting. I have another little stash of just supplies here. So down here on the bottom, I have really big poly mailers. I think they're 16 by 14 or something like that, that I use very rarely. This is all the extras for my lint roller. I'm not gonna be able to open it here. My tape, and I also have labels under here, which yeah. And, oh good heavens. Sorry. Okay. Here's my labels. I just buy generic ones and they work really well. I do kind of hate the rolls, and the next time I have to buy more, I'm gonna see if I can buy flat ones because the rolls are really annoying. This drawer has just kind of random supplies, mostly like cleaning stuff. I just realized I forgot to show you my other drawer over by my desk. I use these for like smells. Here's a magic eraser. This is a lint thing that doesn't really work. I use this to get the numbers off of the bottoms of shoes. There's a little tagging gun that I had to buy. Oh geez, it was a long story, but I bought a bear that had a tag, and when I went to pack him, the tag popped off. And he's worth a lot of money, so I bought a tagging gun to re-tag him. These are all my bags. I do reuse my bags. So if I were to pull out 1701 because it sold, which actually I think it did, like early this morning. Is that the one? Yeah. So anyway, I just take out the item and then I put the bag back in here, and then I just not tape over. Just trying to see if I had an example. I just put the new sticker right over the old one. That way I'm not trying to go back into the boxes and figure out where everything belongs. My plan is to just condense as I go along. I'm hopeful that my husband and maybe my teenagers will help me with that. Actually, my 8-year-old could do that as well. I do have a chair out here. Sometimes I do work out when it's nice. I work out here. This is my blanket that I use for all my flat lay stuff. This is like a fuzzy white side. Yesterday it was absolutely gorgeous out. So I went outside, I laid the blanket fuzzy side up on my picnic table, and I took pictures for most of the afternoon while my kids played in the backyard. Here again, we have all my inventory. This was the section that I condensed yesterday. So all the way up at the top, I have an empty box. So now I just have to shift everything one box over, and that feels obnoxious to me. So anyway, we'll see. This is hats. I don't put hats in the inventory like baseball caps. They are all just in here, and in the SKU it just says hats. And then these are all belts. I may change this eventually, but right now I have them all just individually bagged and numbered. And their numbers aren't any different, but in the SKU I just put a B in front of the number so that I know that they're in the belt bin, even though it's labeled V. You know, sometimes you just have to do things that work for you and probably don't make sense to anybody else. I'm trying to move slowly here. These two bins have coats and blankets in them, things that won't fit in my boxes very well. I found these lights at a thrift store for like, I don't know, a few bucks each. I think they're just from like the Dollar Tree. But I thought extra lights for photographing is never difficult or never a bad thing to have. They do take batteries, and I just ordered the batteries on Amazon. I haven't gotten them yet. Usually I have my computer out here and my label printer, but I haven't brought it back out. We had like a really bad cold snap, and I took it in the house. I haven't brought it back out yet, but I will bring it back out, and it'll sit here as kind of my desk. This is where, these are number 7 boxes. Those are the really big ones. And I use this yardstick for measuring all my items. And it just kind of lives there. I do think I would like to drill a hole in it and then put a hook so I can hang it up because it gets knocked over a lot. And then here is, of course, more inventory. Up on the top, I have extra boxes. So those are just all extra priority boxes. And then at the end, I have some boxes that are like recycled boxes, Amazon boxes. And then I have an extra, I just ordered another box of the 8x6x4 eBay boxes. That, oh, did you hear that? That's thunder. We're supposed to get a really big storm. All right, I'm gonna show you the rest of my, oh, my stool. That's really important because I can't reach the top shelf up here. It's too high. So I just grabbed that stool, and I do have a washer and dryer out here, which is really nice. I don't have to take any of my inventory in the house, especially when the weather's nice. I put everything into my inventory system out here. My kids usually play while they're doing it. This is my weight. Oh, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. This is my weight scale. This is just it's NutriFit, right? It's a food scale, so it's not perfectly accurate. I would say if you're going to buy a scale, buy an actual postal scale. However, this has worked for me, and you know, sometimes you just use what you have because it works. I forgot to show you this drawer. This has, these are tights, like hose, because sometimes when there's like a little ick on something, you can get it off with hose. This is a measuring tape. This is a sticky thing remover. I have another measuring tape. This is another lint roller that doesn't really work very well. And then more tea bags. I put tea bags, if something has a smell, I will put an open, I don't know, see how it's open like that? I just put it open like that in one of the bags with whatever item has a smell. And usually it takes the smell out pretty well. I always disclose if there's a smell as well. All right, I'm trying to think if there's something else I've missed. I remembered. This is my backdrop for my photographs. So I will just pull this down and take photographs. So here it is down. This was you can see it's floral. This was actually just like a white tablecloth I found at a thrift store. So I have this nice white backdrop. My measuring tape is there. I just have like a hook up here that I hang a hanger on. And then I have these hooks that, I'm trying to go slow so I don't make you seasick. Down here at the bottom, I just have a 2x4. I think it's actually a 1x2. I don't remember what it is. A piece of wood. It's actually chopped in two. I need to fix that there. I just stapled it to that, and then I just roll it up. You can kind of see the creases here. But by the time it gets up here, all the creases are out. And honestly, you know, I don't know, it is whatever it is. And then I just have this light here that I use. I usually bring it forward a little more. And turning again, don't get seasick on me. This light is pointed this way for my videos, and then I just point it this way. I can just move it and point it toward my, my backdrop. So, and then my plan is to add these to, you know, whatever it is that I'm using already. So that is my video setup, or my photographing setup. So I think that's it. That video was actually longer than I was intending, but I showed you every little nook and cranny and every little detail that I could possibly think of. Unfortunately, I was going to sit down and like do links to like Amazon and all this stuff because I get questions about that occasionally. I'm not gonna have time to do that today, unfortunately, but maybe someday in the future there'll be links in the description. I don't know. I'm not great about that part of it. So it's gonna storm big, so I'm gonna be prepared for that. I am actually going to take a lot of photographs again today. My kids are on a school break, so I have a little bit of extra time, not much, but I'm gonna be taking a ton of photographs and getting those bins down to nothing, so that I can go thrifting again because tomorrow I plan to go thrifting. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure if you have any comments, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I love chatting about those things. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, I do ship with me videos almost every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's my goal anyway. I love sharing what I'm selling with you. So thank you again so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. I'll see you soon.